guys, welcome back to the Briles Bunch. I'm Courtney if you're new here, and today's video is going to be a what's for lunch. This is actually the first one that I've done, but I'm super excited about it. I kind of feel like I make some strange things for lunch maybe. You guys let me know. But I always, no matter what I have for lunch, it's got to be super easy and quick. I've got 2 toddlers and I'm not trying to take a ton of time to make lunch. So it's usually something that I can whip up pretty easily, or something that if I make it, it'll last for a couple more days as well. And you'll see that in this video. I also usually make something different for myself than I do the kids because they're pretty picky. And if you'd like to see a video with what they have for lunch, let me know in the comments down below. And this is just like 4 of the ideas that I have for lunch. I've got several more. If you guys would like to see them, just let me know in the comments. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. But anyway, let's get on into the lunches. For this first lunch, I'm going to be making some chicken salad, and that's one of those lunches that I can make and then have it for a couple days later as well. You'll need a can of chicken breast or whatever kind of shredded up chicken you already have, some pecans chopped up. I only had half, so I'm going to be chopping them in my Ninja chopper, and then some mayo, and then I've got 1 stalk of celery that I'm going to chop up, and some grapes that I'll chop as well, a little bit of sugar, and some salt and pepper. And when I make chicken salad, I love to have it on croissants. It's good on bread too, but it's really good on the croissants. I'm just going to start by chopping up the celery and then opening the can of chicken and draining it and shredding it up with 2 forks a little bit more. The celery you're going to want, if you're only making 1 can of the chicken, you're going to want about ½ a cup of chopped celery, and that equals about 1 stalk of celery chopped up. For the mayo, I just used 2/3 a cup and then mixed it together really good. But if you like yours more mayo-y, you can obviously add a little bit more, but 2/3 was good for this. I didn't really measure out the grapes, but I've made this chicken salad before and it would be about 3/4 a cup of them. We were running low on grapes, so I just did what we had, but you just cut them into little fourths and put them in there and mix them together. Since my pecans weren't already chopped and they were halves, I just took ½ a cup of the halved pecans and chopped them up in the Ninja chopper really quick. It just took me a couple seconds, and then I added that to the mixture. After the pecans, I added 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, and then 1/4 a teaspoon of pepper, and then 1 teaspoon of sugar. After it's all mixed up really well, it's ready to put on your croissant or your bread, whichever way you're eating it. It's really good after it's chilled a couple hours. We ate it as soon as it was done this time. It's still good like that, but it's extra good when it's chilled for a little bit. So for lunch today, I'm having my own little like makeshift nachos, if you will. I feel like I always put together the most random things for lunch. Pretty much anything that's like quick and easy is what I want for lunch. So for the kids, I would probably just do some tortilla chips with cheese and then some like fruit or carrots on the side. But for me, I'm gonna do tortilla chips with some corn, just cook it in the microwave, and then some salsa. I've got the smoky chipotle salsa, but you can use whatever kind you have, and then just some Mexican cheddar cheese. First, I just cook the corn in the microwave and then just put a little bit all over it, and then add the cheese and some salsa on top and stick it back in the microwave for about 30 seconds to melt the cheese and get it all warm. And there you have it. Quick, simple, nothing fancy. Sometimes I put black beans on it, but this is what I did today. Put your favorite toppings on it, but it's ready in no time. Okay, so this next lunch is maybe a little bit out there and off the wall, but definitely don't knock it till you try it because it's really good. I start by using one of these white cheddar rice cakes and put some cottage cheese on it and then top it with some cashews. Then I also will use the apple cinnamon rice cakes with some Nutella and some cut up strawberries on top of it. Sometimes I'll use more than one of these and make 2 of them plus the Nutella one. It just depends on how hungry I am, but today I'm just gonna do 1 of each. And that's all for that one. I would love to know if you would ever try one of these. I know some people just don't like cottage cheese, but if you do, I highly suggest trying it because it's really good. Okay, and then I've got my apple cinnamon rice cake and Nutella. This would actually be a really good one for kids too. My kids love Nutella and strawberries, so it's a good little snack for them too. So here it is. Like I said, I absolutely love this, and like also all of my lunches are really super quick, and this literally took like 2 minutes to put together. So if you're like me and you just like something quick and easy for lunches, this is definitely a good idea for that. This next lunch is probably my favorite, also very, very easy and quick to make. I like to recreate the Panera Bread soup bowls, and I love the broccoli and cheese one. It is a little bit pricey at the store though. I think it's like $4.95 or something like that at Walmart. But for me, it is big enough that I can split it in half and have it for 2 days. So when I do that, it's not so bad. And then the bread bowls, our store finally started making these again. I was very surprised to find it there because I usually have to like get it at Ingles or Publix, but they're only $1. So, and this one's like giant. I almost wonder if I couldn't cut it in half, but for the sake of me actually making it into an actual bread bowl, I'm not going to do that. But sometimes I'll get like the bread rolls and make like miniature ones, but I'm just going to use half of it, and you just cook it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and then I'll cut out the inside or top of that. I'm starting it on 3 minutes, and then I'm going to take it out halfway and just stir it up real quick. You can definitely tell that everything I make is super like simple, but also I utilize my microwave an awful lot for lunches. I'm just cutting off the piece at the top and then kind of taking my knife and going around the edges to get the rest of the middle out. Then for the part that I cut out or off the top, I'll either save it and use it to dip with the soup for the next time that I use it, or I'll just use it and dip it in the soup that I pour in here. But usually I try to save it for the other one. Okay, here it is in the bread bowl. And I do have to say real quick, the bread bowls that I get usually from like Ingles or Publix are not this big, but it works. It looks like not a lot of soup in there, but it is plenty. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I try to keep it real with lunches, like there's never gonna be anything fancy. So if you like these kind of videos and wanna see more, let me know in the comments down below. I hope I'm not the only one that eats like this for lunch with things that you just throw together really quick. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.